Hi guys, welcome to your fourth session in our focus of C++ here on CodeNet. And like you can tell, I'm just working on the same project like the project we started with from our previous video. And if you have any questions or anything related to the videos, or if you would like to start from the very basic video, please check the description below for the links and anything related to that. So today in this session we want to understand what comments are and how we can work with comments when it comes to C++. Now people might start asking, hey, comments again, what are comments? Are they similar to the comments we receive in class and the like? Well, comments when it comes to C++ as a programming, they are defined as text notes added to source code to provide explanatory information, usually about the function of a code. So they are more like certain things that we can add in our source code, because like here we are working on our source code. So there are things that we can add on in order for we to add on explanations to why we are implementing certain things. And of course with C++ there are two types of comments. There is a comment that is called a single line comment and a comment that is called a multi-line comment. So a single line, you can even tell from the word single. So a single line comment will actually hold or will actually treat a line as a comment. It's more like a comment that can be used for shorter words or for smaller words that we would like to implement. So now, how do you implement a single line comment? So we implement a single line comment with this syntax. And then we can, of course, these two things, these key things, they actually entails that, okay, you now want to implement a comment. So now we can say, hey, I'm now greeting my friends. Don't forget we said a comment is more like something that you can embed in order for you to explain what is happening. And you can tell from here that yes, this comment entails that down here we are greeting our friends. The funny part with comments, or the good part with comments, is comments are not executed like any code is executed. No. Comments are not executed. The compilers, they don't work on comments. Comments are more like for the source code, just like from the definition. As you can tell that comments can be used if you want to document your work. So like this, if we were to run and compile and run this project, you tell from the window that we receive, of course the black window, will tell from this screen that a comment will not be shown on this window. And of course you can tell from here that no, we've not seen that comment. So comments are well made, and of course they help to document our code, because this can be used. There are times when you can make a very complex line of code where you even the one who was making, you can even forget, oh, what was I trying to make here? But if you have the comments, then they can guide you, because they were more like acting as a documentation to the work that you were doing. So this is how we implement a single line comment. But what if you want now to comment a paragraph, or to write a paragraph that will explain something when it comes to your code? Of course a single line comment might not be appropriate, because this line down here as an example won't be treated as a comment. If we want to prove that, Ctrl S and of course try to compile and line, we will see an error, because that is not a comment. So if we want now to implement a comment on a multiple or a longer paragraph, we can now use what is called a multi-line comment. Now with C++ we implement a multi-line comment with this syntax. So this is how we implement now a multi-line comment. So here we can now put any words. We can write a paragraph, we can write any number of words. These words will be treated as comments. For example, and then we can do something again, these won't be read as errors, no, like we had errors when we were trying to implement something. No, this is more like a comment at the same time. So when we want to compile and run, it will be compiled and automatically we won't see those words because they are meant for the source code to explain the source code. So another good part with comments, or should I say another fun part with comments, imagine if you have let's say made a certain source code where you now find that certain information are not needed at a certain time. For example, let's copy this line of code, let's duplicate this line of code. Immediately when we duplicate this line of code, you understand that what if, of course, at a certain time we never wanted to print two greetings at the same time. Control S, and of course when you save, you understand that we'll now see two greetings at the same time. But what if it happens that in the future you don't want to greet, of course, using two lines? Well, instead of deleting that line of code, we can just comment it out. That's a good part with comments. We can comment it out because when we comment it out, let's just use a single line comment. It means this line of code won't be executed. It won't be taken as code, normal code that needs to be seen out by the end user. No. So immediately when we compile now, we'll only see one line of greeting. So meaning we've now worked on that won't be printed on the screen. So yeah, to summarize what we've just discussed, we've discussed that C++ has two types of comments, a single line and a multi-line comment. So now comments can be used when you want to document your work to explain something on what a certain source code is trying to do, in order for you to come and remember that, or in order for you, when you transfer that same source code to your friend to know what you are trying to do. And again, we can use comments when we want to exclude certain codes in our work because execution won't happen on those codes. Please don't forget to subscribe, and you are on CodeNet. Let's proceed on our next session, as we want now to understand what variables are and how we can work with variables when it comes to C++. Thank you, and please let's proceed on the next session.